อมองเห็นว่างามสุดท้ายความเสื่อมทรามจะมาพรากไปร่วงโรยลงในสายทานยามการเวลาหมุนไปชีวิตต้องแตกสลายไม่มีเที่ยงแท้ผมเส้นงามถึงคราวร่วงไปแขนขาที่เคยว่องไวกลับไร้เรี่ยวแรงโรคภัยเฝ้าคอยคุกคามติดตามไปในทุกแห่งเกิดแก่เจ็บตายสำแดงเป็นธรรมดาหากเธอมองทุกการเกิดมาที่มีอย่างลึกซึ้ง
Sri Lanka or scholars when they are doing the research or study they will have to learn the Chinese version of the Tipitaka also because there are a lot missing parts. Back in time, it's very hard to write. Besides, in China, we created the paper, right, and the ink. So most of the time, we don't have to worry about writing down or do the record. But not for other countries. It's very hard to put some words onto something that you can keep it like forever. So it's a pity that we lost the root text. I'm not saying the translation part is not good, but all the translators, they have their own opinion to translate something. So there will be differences between different versions. That's why in China, we have to learn. They're actually a very popular major in the no matter Buddhist college or in the common university. There's a very popular major. It's called literature study, ancient literature study of Buddhism. They will have to learn all kinds of ancient scriptures of Buddhism. It's a hard work and a lot to do. But actually, I'm just not good at it.
Yeah.
So
thank you for your sharing about this. Because that part is missing that I would like to know a little bit. But what I have learned, the Sanskrit has been translated during the Buddhism is already declined from India, means the southern of Buddhism. The southerns of Buddhism were declined from India, and some parts of the connect between the southerns of India and Sri Lanka.
Yes.
The innovations of the methodological idea of Hinduism spread over the southerns of India and Sri Lanka. That's why the Sri Lankan monk have left only one novice. No Buddhist monks were left because they all get killed.
Oh.
Because
wow.
The Buddhist monks in Sri Lanka, they cannot survive.
Oh, is it during the war called something like invasion and yes.
Invasion before
right?
before the Muslim.
Okay,
because
I see.
Invasions of the Hinduism.
Okay.
Because the king of Hinduism invasion the idea mixing between Brahmanism and Buddhism.
Okay.
And during this day, I thought, but I have no evidence yet. But what I have, some of the reading, some other part of the history, this part during the Buddhism, the traditional Buddhism of Theravada Buddhism were cut off. Mean Buddhism already intermingled between the Brahmanism and Buddhism. And then the king of sometimes Buddhism, sometimes the king Buddhism, then they cannot do harm to each other. Then they're trying to intermingle between the idea of Brahmanism and Buddhism together.
Is it like a window period of Buddhism?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Window period, I mean, it's like all gone, not showing up, or it's like empty period, like lost connect, disconnect
Yeah,
from
you can say
something.
that
Yes.
because the lost connect mean the Buddhism, the old traditional Buddhism mean like a Southern right now. Very lucky that Buddhism's already gone out from India before Brahmanism and Hinduism
Invasion.
was mixing
Okay.
before assimilate. But assimilate by the spiritual leader, we cannot say, but some have mentioned that the Sankaracharya, because Sankaracharya are ordained to become a Buddhist monk, and he still believes that he is a leader of the Hinduism. And this one, the intermingle and the assimilation between the Brahmanism and Hinduism are coming after 500 years of pass away of Lord Buddha. And during 775 years about Buddhism, the traditional Southern Buddhism disappeared from India. Hinduisms are powerful and spreading over to Sri Lanka, trying to destroy all the old idea of the Buddhism. They kill every monk, they do every way, but very lucky that the powers of the Hinduism is not invasion up to Myanmar, not invasion up to Thailand, Cambodia,
Okay.
Laos, and Vietnam, or some part of China.
Yunnan province. Yes, they remain there. They remain there.
Yeah,
Original,
because
very
of that,
original.
these originals not cut 100% cut off, but during 700 years of the no main Buddhism in India, the spiritual leaders in India try to do every way to bring the teaching of Buddha to put in the names of Hinduism. This
I
part,
see.
I think, only wait for the next scholars to do research more. But to concern with the spiritual people in India is very dangerous.
Yes.
You see, for a few months ago, for the one of the media moderator have announced about the Kumbh Mela.
What is that?
The one moderators, the one ladies in India, one television program have announced the news about the Kumbh Mela fair. There's more than 10 million people are gathering in the Ganges River. And then
Yes.
she is criticized about that's the part of the dangers will be a new pandemic for the COVID-19 again. And after she broadcasting for a few hours or a few minutes, then she went out of the studio.
Mm-hmm.
She got stabbed to death in front of the studio.
I remember the news. I
Yeah,
remember.
you remember, right?
Yes. It was a huge news, even in China.
Yeah, that's the one to prove that the country is running by the spiritual leader, but the fake spiritual leaders is full of greedy.
Yes, the desire.
Spiritual
They never
leaders are
stop.
full of jealous. The spiritual leaders is full of, we call in Pali itsa and Risya. Sorry, itsa and Risya, the same like jealous to English. And another one we call Matchariya. Matchariya mean I don't want anyone to take my stakeholder. You know now who is the handler, the holder of the stakeholder? The part of the one who is hand over the stakeholder is the leaders of the spiritual. But the spiritual is full of lust, greed, hatred, all these things. It's not just only human being.
Yes.
And even last time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for discuss too long about this, because I think one thing I cannot write down for this part of the historical background, and I hope that this will be the part that can be educate some people who are willing to learn what is the circumstance. And I talk about Sakka Devaraja. You know Sakka Devaraja, the one of the god of the Tusita kingdom. Tusita kingdom, the second heaven. The second heaven. There are we call Kama Chakama Pajon Pum in Pali. Chakama Pajon Pum means the six of sensual pleasures. Rome. You know Rome?
What is that?
Rome. Spelling R-E-L-M.
Oh, R-E-L-M. Okay.
Yeah.
The night or the
Rome.
Inquisitor. Rome.
And mean the state of being.
Okay.
The Peta, the lowest one, we call, Nirayaka. Nirayaka is the lowest one, the hell realm, right?
The hell.
Yeah, the second we call Peta. Mean after the release, they are released from the hell realm, they've been born in the Peta. Mean this part of the Peta, they can struggling and smuggling and roaming for someone who doing great performing, merit, begging for the food, begging for the lot like this. And after that, the third one we call Asurakaya. Asurakaya means, suppose someone, have you ever heard about Asurakaya? The name, the translate from the name of Pali, the one who is not there enough to show, but they always hiding somewhere secret. Like you say, some spiritual leaders in America, some spiritual leaders in India, they hiding behind, but they never show. But what they do, they take the disciple to do things. The leader never go and stab the lady die in front of the studio, but they can say to anyone. Even they can control by the spiritual. Because these people, they have the power of the spiritual. But due to they have the misview or misconcentration, even the meditation have the wrong, we call the wrong concentration. But even the wrong concentration is still powerful. They can kill someone by their own thinking. This, according to the Tipitaka, have mentioned. That's why the Buddha have been escaping from the other old traditional to become a middle way. You know the middle way?
Middle way.
The Four Noble Truths.
Yeah.
Oh, the Four Noble Truths. Okay.
Or the Eightfold Noble Path.
Yeah.
Middle way means the Eightfold Noble Path.
Okay.
But the Four Noble Truths is the enlightenment of Lord Buddha. But the main way to go, we call middle way. The first noble truth, suffering, right? All beings, sabbe sankhara nitya, mean all beings are suffering. The second Sabbe sankhara dukkha. All being, not just only being, all things are changing. Because of the changing, then sabbe dhamma anatta. All the changing we call the dhamma. What are the dhamma? Not be able to control. That we call dukkha. And the cause of the suffering, dukkha samudaya satya. The second of the Four Noble Truths. The cause of the suffering. What are the cause of the suffering? The most powerful is called tanha. Tanha. You know tanha? Greedy.
Greedy, yes.
Greedy. Greedy can bring you to be hatred. Greedy can bring you to be jealous. Greedy can bring you to be lust. Greedy can be you to be hatred. Greedy to anything that we call tanha. But due to the Sakka Devaraja, I want to talk about the Sakka Devaraja. Probably I could not finish in this second introduction. I think I better have one more introduction if you don't mind.
Okay.
Because this part, I'm almost thankfulness for the Venerable Linker, because
yes,
without you, I could not get opportunity to talk about this. And
it's,
I can say that
because
these are the Venerable from Myanmar, the same to the Thai monk.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are following the old traditional Buddhism. But you are the most open mind from the new generation from Republics of China.
Okay.
And because of this, you talk something, then I get opportunity to talk about it. Without you, this knowledge not be able to issue. Not
Okay,
be
I
able
feel
to
free
be,
to share. It's just a sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, that it will be the benefit to all kinds of being. But I may edit a little bit. If specific to some group, I will cut off. It's okay.
I see.
If specific a little bit to some group may bring harm to you and may bring harm to me, because your face is not shown.
Oh, I see.
My
It's an
face
online
is
class, I
shown.
think. Okay.
And if I walk somewhere, I may be stepped to date as a ladies making moderators in India.
That's the deal.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
But I don't care, but I don't want to be challenging them. Because the greedy can do any harm. The greedy can do anything. We call the fullest. According to the Mangala Sutta, have you ever heard about the Mangala Sutta?
I'm not sure about this. It's in Pali, right?
Yeah, in Pali, starting from the Venerable Ananda have introduced about Eo Mesutam Ekam Samayang like this, and up to one of the representative of Sakka Devaraja coming to Chetawan Mahavihara, and as a representative of King of Sakka Devaraja to us, because it have reputations about what is the blessing, what is the auspiciousness to all being, because those days is the same like Thai society right now. Okay, if you see something strange, for example, buffalo have 2 horns and 6 legs like this, or maybe four horns and 4 legs, because the 4 horns that's already strange. The Thai people will go and worshiping. Oh, please give me a lottery number. The people believe in that. The same to the Thai society for now. Thai society, if see something very strange, oh, this may be my luck. I have to buy a lottery.
Okay.
If the government lottery is okay, because support for the tax for the government. but they bought for that underground lottery. Then that's why the Thai people never have opportunity much to develop because they cannot jump from the greedy. I don't say that every Thai is a greedy, but some and many people, especially for the one who have a power, the media.
May I ask something?
Yes.
May I ask something that because I've been know several students or maybe some lay people or monks, they've been follow some, I don't know who, some masters from the Theravada society, and they always declaring themselves can see something, can touch something. Even a student talked to me that he or she could talk to some Asian, characters like maybe King Ajatasattu, and even a lay woman talked to me that she could talk to King Rama V when she was meditation,
Yeah, understood that.
and something like that. Because to me, in Mahayana society, we couldn't focus something like that. You couldn't focus some supernatural skill or supernatural power, even though it shows up to you. It might be an illusion to us. Our master say very hard words on this. You should only be concentrate on your mindfulness, on your own mindfulness, no matter what is showing up into you. No matter what kind of visions, you have to ignore them. Only be concentrate on yourself. And this kind of monks or lay people, when they sharing something like that, I'm just a little bit confused. Is it like all the Theravada teaching when they're practicing the meditation is like this way, or it's like a common thing, or it's not normal? I have no idea, because
it's not normal. But I will talk to the next class. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Thank
we
you.
coming to 10:41 already.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You have to join the lunch, but this is a good topic.
Okay.
That's mean very good topic that you like give me the way. If you could not, if you didn't talk this, I do not dare to talk. But the student question.
Okay. I mean,
the student question, I must give the answer, but I try to give in a very polite way. Next class will be another more introduction into Pali literatures, and if you have any question more, okay, because all the Pali literatures already exist in Tipitaka, okay, in Pali and translate into English. But this idea is only experienced more than 30-40 years in India. Because of me, I was a student 20 years, and I've been doing tourist again more than 20 years, almost 40 years already. This knowledge, I never have opportunity to transmit, to translate, to transcend to someone.
Okay.
This I promise that I say next class, and I'm trying to say in a polite way. But don't worry, if I'm checking again, if will be harm to you, will harm to me, again I will make mute for that, okay?
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Then some venerable will have to join lunch in a very proper terms. And thank you very much, Venerable Linker, for asking me this question.
Welcome.
And thank you, Venerable Ada Suchata, Govita, Visuddha, Amma, and Mr. Sai Sai for being patient to listen. And because of the Venerable Linker, he is good in English and good in general knowledge, and could ask a lot of questions. and could be benefit to me and benefit to you either, and probably will be benefit to the other people who may have opportunity to listen about this. And thank you again, Venerable Linker, sir. Thank you, Venerable
Thank you.
Suchada and
It's my
Bovita,
pleasure.
Visuddha, Mr. Sai Sai and Amma. Next class we will come early and try to get more brief more than this. But okay,
Okay.
I hope that everybody enjoyed the class. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
See you next
teacher.
week.
Thank you very much, teacher. See you next week, teacher.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
กายที่เธอมองเห็นว่างามสุดท้ายความเสื่อมทรามจะมาพรากไปร่วงโรยลงในสายทานยามการเวลาหมุนไปชีวิตต้องแตกสลายไม่มีเที่ยงแท้ผมเส้นงามถึงคราวร่วงไปแขนขาที่เคยว่องไวกลับไร้เรี่ยวแรงโรคภัยเฝ้าคอยคุกคามติดตามไปในทุกแห่งเกิดแก่เจ็บตายสำแดงเป็นธรรมดาหากเธอมองทุกการเกิดมาที่มีอย่างลึกซึ้ง